Hey everybody, Agent here, coming at you with another video. Today we are going to be doing the week 4 of the WoW BFA mailbox opening to see how much we've collected on 3 of my realms. I have to admit this week, and I would even say last week, was a little harder to keep up on the cancel scans. And I think I've seen it affect the sales greatly. So if I could give a little tip to anybody that wants to make a lot of gold is cancel scanning really does help to keep your items on top of the buyer's list. So let's get into it on the first server, which is the medium pop server. So 300,000 gold for the first 100 mails. Very good considering that I haven't been cancel scanning all week, like the 2 first weeks, I would say. This week I did get into a new market, which was the deep sea bags. So over here, I was selling them for 363 gold a pop. I do have to admit though that I bought the mats, so this wasn't farmed from zero. I would say I was making about a 40 gold profit per bag, which isn't a lot, but considering that they practically sell themselves, it's pretty good. So let's open up the mail and see what we have in the 14 others, and we'll look at everything in the chat log. Okay, so we have some jellies, a few little flips, some more jellies, anchor weed. We got some inscription trinkets. Inscription has been doing really good for me. You guys notice if you've seen the other videos. I will also be posting a video on a jelly farm, which on this server has been doing amazing for me. As you guys can see, I have a quiet look for some more rich jelly, selling some raw mats, some contracts, a lot of glyphs, once again, contracts again, the inscription highborn compendiums have been selling very well, a few old enchants, some tomes, some more types of bags. I like to diversify my markets with different types of bags. I was even selling some nether weave bags, so the 16 slaughters. They don't sell for much, but you gotta diversify your market. So some more deep sea bags. They sell so well. Okay, so that was for the first batch, and oh wow, another 50,000 for the second batch. So let's see. Oh, the uncanny gear, actually. I sold 2 of these pieces, I believe, in this run. So there we go, guys. Wow. 350,000 gold in 1 week on this server. I'm very happy with that. That is really, really good. As you saw, same things. I mean, don't fix it if it ain't broke. So a lot of contracts. I make most of my gold on this server with inscription. I started just now to diversify my market into the deep sea bags. So that's something maybe you guys could look into. If it's a very saturated market, but sometimes it sells so well that there's place for a lot of people. So I highly encourage anybody that wants to expand in that market to go for it. Let's move on to server number 2. All right, so server number 2. Let's see this over here. Let's get rid of the expired emails, not emails, but expired mails. So this server, this is not a good clean out for this week. 74 mails, coming out to 70,000 gold. Like I said, this week has been lacking for the cancel scans, and you can see that this server took a hit. This is a high pop server. So there we go. Let's look through the list real quick. Some spell threads. The spell threads have been selling pretty decently on this server. I've had to restock it a few times, so definitely something to keep an eye out. Let's see just the interesting sales. I've been selling some shirts. I usually try to make a few of the old shirts. They take barely any mats, and look, I sold a stylish blue one for 607 gold. I mean, it's pretty good. The Hexweave bags have been always a good seller for me. Even if the deep sea bags are a lot cheaper to make and they sell for a lot cheaper, people still buy these bags. They are an epic bag, so Do I have it? Yeah, I have these over here. So obviously, sometimes you want the purple. So some old enchants. I did a nice flip on Essence of Water. I bought these for 50 gold a pop, and I was selling them for about 150 a pop. So that's good. Anchorweed, I have all my characters are alchemists, so they get to do the transmute every day. Make a very good profit off that, even if I buy the herbs straight off the auction house. A bunch of glyphs, some flips. All the mats over here that you see, they're flips. Some old, some WoD enchants. They have the movement speed, so that's why a lot of people want the old ones. Some Tomes of Illusion. Some more scrolls, more Essence of Water, some contracts, Essence of Water, another spell thread. So a lot of enchanting, a lot of inscription, and a lot of tailoring. I would say those are really my best markets. So let's open this up. So it's really, for me, those three professions have been doing very good on all my servers. And I have to say that, let's say for the tailoring enchanting part, I haven't been doing much of BFA enchanting. Nothing for me sells. I don't have any of the rank 3 recipes. So for me, it might not be worth it. But for you, if you guys do have the rank 3, consider looking into that. It might be something that might turn into really good profits, since the mats are dirt cheap. So even just buying it yourself and doing a flip like that could be something very good for you guys. So 70,000 gold on this server. Not the best. Actually, it's not very good, but it's for the amount of effort I put into this server this week, I will gladly take the 70,000. So let's move on to server number 3. So server number 3, also a high pop. Let's see how we did. So, okay, that scared me. 35,000 gold for the first 100 emails. Once again, 100 mails out of 219. We have a few expired, so we're going to get that out of the way. Let's see what this changes to. So on this server, we have gone into the bag market as well, so the deep sea bag market. On this server, the profit margin was very low. I think I was making about a 10 to 15 gold profit per, and I think now for these last ones, I think I'm at a 5 gold markup. So not very good, but they sell so well that it's printing free money. So let's open this up and see what we get. Once again, on this server, I do a lot of flips of materials, so you'll see a lot of materials being sold. The glyph market on this server has tanked. Glyphs that were selling for 3,000-4,000 gold a pop, someone reset the market, and not in the good way. They basically tanked it. So most of my glyphs were selling now for 999 gold. Since those sales, I decided to maybe hold on to them, wait for the market to reset before posting up more, because it's really heartbreaking to see my glyphs go off for 1,000 sub 1,000 rather. So let's open this up and see how much we get. So some glyphs, a lot of I've been doing a lot of leather farming. So we see the Tempest Hide. Oh, I think I sold a piece of transmog there. Glyph of the Observer, 949 gold. Ugh, that hurts me. The Observer is one of the best glyphs, the best sellers. I could usually get about, I used to get about 7,000 gold per. We might even see it after. A lot of fish, some food. Some bags. Look, the bags, I was selling them for 148 gold. Now look over here, we're selling them for 119, so that took a dip as well. It's not a huge dip, but it's still 124 over here. Not a huge dip, but when you decide to do those kind of flips where you buy the material straight off the auction house and you make them, you want to have the biggest profit margin possible. And right now, because of I guess the market that's saturated, well, people decide to just tank it, and we end up with selling bags for 118 gold instead. This is after the auction house cut as well, but to be fair, you could tell that the profit isn't there. Okay, so for the first batch, we have 33,000. Let's go for the second batch. Elemental Force enchant really sells well as well. Some more glyphs. I sold a piece of transmog over here. Some bloodstained bones. Those have been doing really good on this server. Questionable meat has been doing really good, but the price as well has tanked. A lot has tanked. I think you guys have heard me say that enough during this video, but a lot of the prices have tanked, so it's even harder, and you have to work harder to try and find a good market, or be patient. But with the end of the expansion coming up, I think it's normal. I think it will pick up again, but in the meantime, we make do with what we got. Sold the transmog shirt there. A lot of bags. I think that's why I had so many mails. See, look, I was selling them for 150. So you saw with, you can see with time, the prices dropped. Elemental Force is such a good enchant to make. Glyphs. So that was second batch. I sold two crafted gladiator capes. This is with the wool cloth from Pandaria. So I've been posting these for the longest time, and they finally sold. So I'm really happy about that. 3.5k and 3.6k. So that's really good. Some more enchants. The WoW enchants. Like I said, the WoW enchants sell so well. Some more glyphs, some questionable meat. I really like this farm. So I get the questionable meat, I get the calcified bones, the dredged leather. It's just a good overall farm. Did a flip on Sumptuous Fur. Look, like I was saying, guys, over here for the BFA enchants, this is just an example for the herbalism and mining. They don't sell for much. I mean, you're probably better off just selling the mats right off the bat. And then after you have the another crafted tailoring piece, transmog. So let's open up the rest of this and see how much we total up to. I hope we break at least 100k. Let's see. Oh, and we do 103,000 gold. So 103,000 gold, 838. So it's not that bad. Once again, I do want to reiterate that I wasn't cancel scanning. So if you compare, let's say, this week's video versus my first or second week, where I was very heavy on the cancel scanning, you'll see a difference. I was putting a lot more time in the beginning. Now I've slowed down on the amount of time I've been putting into gold making, and I think a lot of people have been doing the same, or doing more to see certain markets tank because they want to get those sales. So I think it's just slowing down in general. But as you can see, you can still make upwards of 100,000 gold in a week, even with, I would say, minimal effort. I mean, I log in once a day on my characters to do my transmutes and my little restocking. So it's possible. Anyways, that concludes the video for the 3 servers for my mailbox opening week 4. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments, please put them down below and I will be happy to answer. So thanks all for watching, and until next time.